Welcome in, everybody, to the PHNX Suns pregame show presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. I'm Lindsay. That's Saul.
Hello.
And tonight, the Phoenix Suns are facing off against the Golden State Warriors, and it's officially celebration time. Bradley Beal is back.
Is it, though?
I think if there's anything we're celebrating, getting one of our big three off the injury report, that's worth celebrating.
I think we're celebrating Chimezie in the starting lineup.
No,
Let's
but for
go.
real, did it just come out?
Yes.
Oh,
let's go.
Snap. All right. Well, Bradley Beal is back in action tonight. And so we got a lot of movement because there are also a lot of guys who are still, unfortunately,
I told you.
On the
That's why I'm not getting
report.
excited ever, because it feels like when one comes back, another one leaves.
It's okay. It's okay. We're going to be fine. So let's look at the injury report first to kind of set the table here. So Bradley Beal is available. Kevin Durant was questionable coming into tonight's game, but he is out with that left ankle sprain. Grayson Allen also is out with a right groin strain, and Nassir Little is out with concussion protocol and a fractured orbital bone. Is that right? Is that what it is?
Oh,
He literally
man.
broke a bone in his face. Like, that sucks. Poor guy.
I realize that.
Yeah. On the Warriors side of things, Gary Payton II is out. Now, you told us already, Chimezie's getting the start. So in addition to Chimezie Metu in the starting lineup, we'll have Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Josh Okogie, and Yusuf Nurkic. Is Chimezie the one that you're most looking forward to here?
No,
How you feeling about Chimezie
No.
in the starting lineup?
Definitely Brad, but no, I mean, listen, this is his opportunity.
I mean,
One of the things that Frank Vogel said, especially about Bol, is that at some point he'll get his opportunity. Chimezie's gotten his opportunity of late, especially in the last couple of weeks. He's gotten a little bit more and more and more playing time as the season's gone on, and now is your opportunity to really make a impact on this team. I mean, you have a tremendous chance to not only become a viable part of this team, but also be in that 7 to 8 man rotation as the season moves along. So Chimezie, there's a lot of eyes on Bradley Beal, but the pressure's all on you to show up today. Let's go.
I mean, you're not wrong, though. Like, you got to take advantage. If there is a silver lining to any type of injury, it's that next man up mentality. It gives you an opportunity to get more minutes, to showcase what it is that you're able to bring to the team and potentially earn more minutes down the line. Chimezie is kind of just, like you said, he's gotten a little bit of a taste and he's gotten a little bit of opportunity. This is his chance to really grab a hold of those reins and show Frank Vogel and the coaching staff what he is capable of in a bigger role.
Gotta come through.
Yeah.
Gotta come through. You gotta hit that outside shot. That's what I think. If there's anything I'm really looking forward to, I want to see Chimezie stretch the defense a little bit with his outside shooting. I think if he could do that, he can be a viable part of this rotation. If he doesn't hit the outside shot, then he's not really much different than Nas Little. And so, who do you play? And I would venture to say that they're both athletic. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like Chimezie's got a little bit more of a consistent jumper from the perimeter than Nas. So that would be his separator if there was one.
Yeah. And I mean, if there wasn't that, then you're obviously going to probably go with Nas, not only because maybe he's a little more reliable, but also because you probably want to showcase him a little bit. Because Nas is one of your biggest, unfortunately, I hate to say this, but he is one of your biggest assets when it comes to trades down the line. You want people to be interested in him if and when that may become a necessity for this team.
Yeah. No doubt.
That's one of the big reasons here. But Bradley Beal is back, you guys. This is going to be exciting. Now listen. We do maybe need to reel in, and by I mean I reel in our expectations for tonight. Here's what Frank Vogel had to say about the minutes restriction and expectations for Bradley Beal.
Yeah, you want to be smart. He hasn't played in quite a bit of time, so you want to just go 0 to 100 and play in minutes that is going to cause something else to pop up. So we're going to be smart with his minutes, and we have our rotation designed accordingly.
The last thing I have was what are you expecting from him, considering he hasn't played in a month?
I think there's reason to believe that there could be some rust, but I mean he's had a couple of really good practices where he looked really sharp. So my expectation he's going to come in and play a hell of a basketball game.
So he's going to play a hell of a basketball game. I mean, I'm here for it.
Hey,
I wouldn't be mad at that.
Listen, he better be good to go. He better be fully healthy. Listen, if something else happens, then hey, that's cool. But if he falls tonight and he starts holding his back, I'm gonna be a little salty about this.
Oh, I'm gonna be pissed.
And also, I get it. In the normal rule of law, especially in the last decade in the NBA, on back-to-backs, typically your star players might miss one of the two, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know everybody's already speculating that the fact that maybe he's gonna miss tomorrow or whatever. I'm not here for it. If he can't play back-to-back games, then why is he out there in the first place? That must mean that he's not healthy. That's what my interpretation would be. Because you've already had a month off. What more do you need? You got to start playing. Get your ass out there. I hope he balls out. I hope he's healthy. And I hope for his sake that he doesn't get re-injured.
Yeah.
I really, really, really hope
Knock
so.
on wood, touch metal, whatever your thing is. But Eric, correct me if I'm wrong, Frank Vogel did say today that the expectation is that Bradley Beal will play in tomorrow's game.
Yeah, the wonderful Gerald Bourguet put that out there, that the plan's for him to play. So back-to-back, roll him out there.
Yeah. And while it may be less minutes in one or the other, depending on how the game goes. I mean, he did kind of mention, similar to when Devin returned, we've got a range of where we would like to keep him, but we're not afraid to push the limits a little bit if the game dictates it. Now, tomorrow, if Kevin Durant comes back, you may not have to rely on Bradley Beal as much, where you can maybe keep those minutes a little bit lower in tomorrow's game because you'll have another superstar out there next to Devin Booker.
Well,
but we'll kind of have to just play it by ear.
that's when the fun begins.
What?
Hopefully.
Tomorrow?
Whenever we see all three of them on the court, that's when the fun really begins. Because I know Gerald and Espo have talked about, well, all three of them played in the preseason and they look great. Yeah, against a Detroit Pistons team that's lost 20 straight games. Nobody cares. I need to see it in the regular season, and I need to see it against legit competition. So I don't care what they look like in the preseason. That doesn't matter. I want to see them all on the court at the same time. And I really do believe that's when we all start to have a little bit more fun with this.
Yes.
No matter what they look like, it's going to be interesting to see how it all unfolds. I don't know if KD is going to play tomorrow. Obviously, he's still
up in the
feeling the ankle. But I would be shocked if he didn't play at least on Friday. So as long as everything holds form for these other two guys, Friday should be fun against Mikal and Cam coming home.
No, that's tomorrow.
Oh, is that tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
I thought that was Friday.
No, sorry. Tomorrow is Mikal.
Well, then
and Cam.
KD's playing tomorrow, no doubt.
That's what I'm saying. Right? I feel like KD's got to play tomorrow, but we shall see tomorrow when we get the injury report for that one. But looking at tonight's game, we've got the Warriors in town. Of course, we have seen the Warriors a few times already this season. Different lineups out there each time, unfortunately, both for them and for us. Draymond missed last game. Chris Paul missed part of last game. Thankfully, Scott Foster is not officiating tonight's game. Just from the drama level, we're good on that one. We don't need any of that for a few months here. What are your thoughts on the Warriors and the way that they look right now, facing the way this Sun squad looks right now?
So my feeling on the Warriors is that they are not the same team they used to be. Yes. And I think that a lot of people are like, well, they're a veteran team. They'll figure it out. I really do feel like this is the age or the part of the season or the part of their tenure, I should say, with the main three being Steph, Clay, and Draymond, where you're finally starting to see a little bit of age. Not with Steph so much, but the other two for sure. And they're not able to be as effective as they once were. You add in Chris Paul, now you got an older guy that's in part of that lineup. trying to figure out everything. And it's just not as crisp as it used to be. It's not as easy as it used to be. They got to work harder than they've ever worked before. And remember, in that Warriors run to the finals, they had a couple other pieces that stood out a lot. Jordan Poole had a very, very good run in the playoffs, including saving them in the finals. Okay, you had Gary Payton, who's injured tonight. He played a huge role off the bench for them. Andrew Wiggins was phenomenal during that playoff run. Hell, there was thought that maybe he could end up being the Finals MVP because he was playing so well on both ends. Obviously, Steph got it. Those three things aren't happening to that same degree as they did before.
Right.
Now you got Dario in the mix. Dario's been playing pretty decent for them, but they're just not the same team as they used to be. So I think this is going to be probably the funnest game of the season because I think both sides are pretty well balanced. I think the only reason why I would say, Book and Beal not having a far and away edge is just because of the chemistry.
Yeah.
But I think if this game was like 20 games down the road and they played, I think the Suns would win by 20.
I think even if this game was 6 games down the road, they would still have more of the edge. I think there are going to be some hiccups as far as the chemistry goes with Book and Beal tonight. It might be less free-flowing basketball and more like, okay, you get yours. Okay, now it's my turn. Now you again. It might be a little bit of that, but I personally don't think it's going to take too long for the big three to find good chemistry. I think it's all the complementary pieces around them who might need a little bit more time to really settle into what their new roles will be, essentially. New but old, original plan. We're going back to that, but
we'll see.
We'll see. And I also think with Draymond too, I don't know. Draymond's an interesting character. I feel like, I'm not going to say that he's lost a step, but he feels different. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's just all the hoopla, shenanigans, everything. It feels a little bit different with Draymond at times.
He's always had the old man game. He's always had the talk. He's always been the aggressor. He is a very intelligent basketball player, but he's never really been the most athletic guy on the court, but he has been the smartest in terms of how to use his athleticism.
Yes.
I think a little bit of that is also slipping away. Listen, when you start to get frustrated out on the basketball court, you start to do things that are uncharacteristic of yourself. And I think Draymond Green, in terms of his antics, that's not uncharacteristic. I think the volume of the antics is what's a little bit more uncharacteristic. Usually he gets in trouble, he's good for 10 to 15, and then he's in trouble, and then he's good for another 10 to 15. Now it's every other third or fourth game, something comes up with Draymond, whether he's cussing out the refs, he's getting physical with other teams. I think he's starting to see the writing on the wall, hey, this isn't going to be as easy as it used to be, and is our time up? I don't know.
That's a tough pill to swallow. We saw it with Klay Thompson last year, and obviously he's still kind of struggling. I think he's still shooting a career low percentage from deep. So this team has a lot of things that they're trying to work through and figure out as well. One of the things tonight that I will be looking for, obviously, I think Nurk will play a big role in this one. Defensive rebounds are going to be big. We can't be giving the Warriors second chance opportunities tonight because Steph will kill us every time that we do that. No, so I think that's going to be a huge factor.
It's true, but we do have the equalizer in the DJ, so it's all good.
We shall see. All right.
Did you see Steve Kerr?
Before
the game?
Did he wear headphones or something?
No,
right?
he thought it was funny because everybody had started tagging him in tweets and sending it. He was just I think that's hilarious. They should do that. That's what he said. So listen, Steve Kerr, for as much as he might have bitched about the loudness of the music in the arena, he could also take a good joke, and he can also take a good ribbing. He's one of the most phenomenal human beings I've ever met. He's not going to be salty about this. He's just going to have fun with it. Hell, he might come into the arena with headphones or earplugs in. I don't know. We'll see.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
That'd be funny.
I think that is one thing I do enjoy about Steve Kerr is he is willing to laugh at himself in these type of situations and have fun with the group at his expense sometimes.
Agreed.
All right. Anything else about tonight's game that you're really honing in on as a key factor in this one?
I do think Yusuf Nurkic needs to play at a high level tonight. You can't get beasted especially when you're going up against Kevon Looney and also Draymond Green. You got to hold your own. And I think if he does, then I think the Suns will win this game. I think if Nurk has a good Nurk game, I think the Suns will win this game by double digits. If we see bad Nurk tonight, then I think it's going to be a little closer than we'd like. But I still think the Suns pull this one out.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's take a peek at what the guys are wearing in tonight's game.
The Suns have got the Icon Edition and the nice purple ones, and then the Warriors have got the traditional, their home version, the Association Edition, the whites.
I really like these purple jerseys. I'm usually not a fan of purple jerseys, but I like these ones. I think they look good.
I'm not a big fan of purple.
Really?
As I wear all purple.
I was like, really? Look at you, Zal.
No, I like the purple jerseys. They're fine. I prefer the black ones, but purple's cool.
Always. Black is always the best option when it comes to jerseys. That's hands down without a doubt. All right, who you got tonight and by how much?
I have the Suns by 1 because I'm just uncertain about the chemistry between Beal and Book. I haven't seen those two on the court at the same time at all this season. This is the first time. So I'm just, I'm hedging my bets slightly.
That's fair. I don't think you're out of pocket for being a little concerned. There's going to be some growing pains. Espo has the Suns by 3. I have them by 4, and Flex has them by 5. So I think we're all kind of in like that same rough area of that it's not going to be a blowout. We're not running away with this one early. It's going to be a battle probably until the very end, which makes for exciting basketball.
I think it's going to be a fun game, to be honest.
What do our friends over at the BetMGM Sportsbook have to think about?
They have the Suns by 1.5. So basically it's a toss-up game. They don't know which way to go either. So listen, the Suns are 12-10. The Warriors are 10-12. It's opposite day. So let's see who goes to 13-10 and maybe 10-13 hopefully tonight.
So isn't it normal for sportsbooks to give the home team two points?
Yeah,
right?
that's why it's kind of a wash.
So we don't even get the full 2 for this one?
No.
That kind of hurts my feelings a little bit.
Shouldn't.
I feel a little something about that. I don't know.
It was higher before KD got officially ruled out, and then it moved to 1.5.
Okay. Charles has Suns by 8. Kev has Suns by 2. And Manuel has Suns by 12. All right, Manuel. We're rocking with you tonight. All right. What's your bet tonight?
All right. I feel pretty good about this bet.
Okay.
I got the Suns with the spread, so they got to win by more than a point. And then I have Devin Booker over 28.5 points, and then I have Bradley Beal over 16.5 points. I think both of those are reasonable, and if the Suns win this game tonight, I'm feeling pretty good about my bet at plus 310.
Yeah, plus 310 is not bad there. I like that one. All right, let's see what Espo's betting on tonight. Okay, Espo has Bradley Beal, the first field goal exact method as a 3-pointer tonight at a plus 3,500.
This is what bothers me about Espo's bets is that they are not based in reality. Bradley Beal is not a volume 3-point shooter. He typically won't even shoot a 3 until, somewhere in the game where he's just wide open. So, but plus 3,500 gets him right back in the game.
I mean,
how much would he win if he wins that bet?
Maybe 350, right?
No.
Yeah.
I think that's
right.
$350.
360.
300. Yeah. So I mean, he would pass us all.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth a gamble. He's trying to take these big bets because he's so far back. Hey.
Plus, let's be honest, there's a good possibility they try to get Bradley Beal the first shot of the game. Man, get him involved early, get his confidence up. It wouldn't surprise me.
I'll be so salty.
After all of this, many games, it's 1 3-pointer.
He'll come back in and just talk so much shit.
Man. All right, what's Flex betting on tonight? Probably a 19-leg parlay?
Yeah, 6 legs. For a plus 500, he's got the Suns winning. He's got Devin Booker over 20 points. He's got Eric Gordon over 10 points. Devin Booker over 5 rebounds. Devin Booker over 8 assists. And he has a PRA for Nurkic of 20 plus.
Okay.
Those are
plus
all decent.
500.
Those are all decent.
All right. I went with a basic bet tonight, of course. I got Steph Curry for the first field goal for the Warriors tonight at a plus 270.
That's not bad.
So not the first field goal of the game, just for the Warriors, Steph Curry. I mean, I feel like that's not outside of the realm of possibility.
No.
I feel like that's a pretty safe bet almost for a plus 270 odds.
Yeah, typically. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate that at all. I
Yeah,
think that's
I'm not mad at it.
reasonable.
All right, let's look at the leaderboard because I need to do the math with Espo here. Okay, so he's minus 177. I am at 137. So what's that?
So,
Eric, you want to do the
yeah,
math for us?
So if Espo hit, he would basically be at like roughly a 180 something.
Damn.
Positive. So he would take the lead.
Oh,
There
no.
you go. Yeah.
I hope Espo doesn't hit this.
I'm not worried about that.
All right, so Espo's minus 177.50. Flex is minus 75.41. So you got $2 to your name right now, but you are out of the negative. That's all that matters. I got 137.88, and now I'm feeling some type of way because Espo's got me worried.
It's been hey, listen, it's been a long ride to get back into the black. Let's go.
Lord have mercy. So listen, if you guys want to get in on the action, I know Jay said he liked Espo's bet. So if you guys want to hop on board, download the BetMGM Sportsbook app right now. They have a $1,500 first bet offer going on when you sign up using that promo code PHNX. All you got to do is use that promo code PHNX. You place your first BetMGM Sportsbook wager through the BetMGM Sportsbook mobile app of at least $10. And if that bet loses, your bonus bets will be available once your initial wager is settled. You can check out the show notes for full details. And now you can listen to Shane talk about the disclaimer.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Colorado, D.C., Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, New Jersey, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, West Virginia, Wyoming. Call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369 New York. Call 1-800-327-5050 Massachusetts. 21 plus to wager. Please gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP Arizona. 1-800-BETS-OFF Iowa. 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help Michigan. 1-800-981-0023 Puerto Rico in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. U.S. promotional offers not available in D.C., New York, or Ontario.
I don't like that all of you are like, I hope Espo wins right now. Now I'm like low-key really hoping that Beal starts this game with 3. I don't appreciate that, you guys. But Kev did drop a parlay in the chat that he is doing tonight. So Kev has Suns plus 10.5, Book 20 points, Steph 20 points, Gordon 2 threes, Book 2 threes at a plus 114.
He's got to mean plus 1.5, right? Not 10.5, because that's not good enough
1.5,
odds.
because if it was 10.5, that would be way better odds, right?
Yeah, no way it's a plus 114.
Yeah, plus 10.5.
Maybe it's plus
like
1.5.
Losing by that much, I just
yeah. We're gonna go with plus 1.5 probably for that one. That one makes a lot of sense. All right, Saul, final thoughts before we go watch this game?
Don't panic. Whatever happens tonight with Brad Beal, everybody be cool. Everybody be cool. It's gonna be all right. And most importantly, I think. Listen, this is the time of the season where I feel like the teams have kind of figured out who they are. The Suns are in a different position. They've still got things that they got to figure out because of their chemistry. I think this is step 1 in getting everybody back to where they need to be. Step 2 will be getting Kevin Durant back on the floor. And then step 3 will be getting everybody healthy, and then we can start to work on the chemistry stuff. But this is a good first step. It's good to see Bradley Beal back. I was excited about him at the beginning of the season. I said he was going to be an ultimate difference maker. I think we saw that in the first half against the Lakers way back because he had bounce. He was killing them. And then he got hurt, and that was that. And so hopefully we get to see more of that tonight in terms of his health.
Fingers crossed. It's only up from here for the Suns. Like this was the first step in the right direction as far as this team kind of figuring everything out and getting healthy because like we know there's going to be bumps and bruises along the way, but when we're looking at an injury that sidelines a guy for upwards of a month, that's one of the bigger ones there. So that was step number 1. Now we're on to step number 2 of just getting some chemistry, getting some reps, and continuing to gel and grow as a team and hopefully have more fun watching Suns basketball.
Hopefully.
That's really all we can ask for at this point in time. All right, guys, thank you all for joining us. Hit that thumbs up button before you head out. Also, tonight's game is on TNT only. It's an exclusive game, which is why it tips off at 8 p.m., which means you cannot watch it on Arizona's Family Sports. But tomorrow, when the Twins are back in town and we take on the Nets,
Twins,
you can watch that game on Arizona's Family Sports, and all you need is an antenna.
You're not going to like my thoughts on the Twins tomorrow, I promise you that.
You're going to have to tune in for that one tomorrow, but wherever you live in Arizona, you can visit azfamily.com and click Suns Games for listing information for your area. AZ Family is a great resource to help you find Phoenix Suns games on Arizona's Family Sports. Don't forget to follow along on Twitter at PHNX_Suns throughout the game. and meet us right back here after it wraps up. Okay, bye.
We all silly like the mayor.